overthinkers, if you find yourself caught in a cycle of thoughts, self-doubts, and what ifs, the first thing I want to tell you and say to you is that it's not entirely your fault for being an overthinker. Overthinking is not a flaw, and it shouldn't be something that you should be ashamed of. It's a mechanism your mind has developed to protect you. And while at times it can feel exhausting, it comes from a place of care. Think of it like the fight or flight response. When your body senses danger, it reacts instinctively. You might freeze, you might run, or you might fight. And I believe that overthinking works similarly to that. Your mind is trying to anticipate the challenges, weigh up the consequences, and prepare for uncertainty. In that sense, it's kind of like a mental self-defense. The problem isn't really the overthinking itself, it's more so the spiral of self-doubt and anxiety that comes with it. And I know this because I've lived it. I don't know about you, but there have been countless times when I have relayed conversations in my head and have imagined so many different outcomes or consequences of my decisions. And also thinking about the worst case scenario that might happen. The exhaustion from overthinking can feel like you're carrying a backpack full of so many stones, so heavy, yet invisible to everyone else, but visible to you. And upon reflection, I now realize those spiral of thoughts that I had in my mind were trying to protect me in a way. It wanted to prevent me from feeling embarrassed or feeling like a failure or feeling that I'm failing or rejection. But I believe that overthinking, in a way, is a signal that we care. How many times have you applied for a job or done a project that you've put in so much effort into, and then you start overthinking every little detail? That's because you care about it. You care so much about the project you're doing that you start overthinking it. Thinking about all the minute little details that maybe you think you could have put in. And I think the tricky part with overthinking is that overthinking usually arises from assumptions. We assume that someone doesn't like us, that we will fail, or that things just won't work out, without even testing whether those assumptions we have made are true. And when we make assumptions, it can feel real, like really real. They can shape our view of reality, yet they are often built on a single piece of information or fear alone. And here's where I find science and research helpful. In research, we never assume our theory is true. In its simplest form, we form a hypothesis, we test it, and then we draw conclusions from our tests or our experiment that we've done. Overthinking, in contrast, starts with an assumption and then jumps straight into a conclusion. Imagine if scientists and researchers skipped the testing, skipped the experiments, and just assumed that their experiment will work and assumed that their idea, their hypothesis was true. Would you believe them? Would you believe their theory or their idea? No, I wouldn't. I would be very skeptical. So why don't we do that with our assumptions? We need to challenge our assumptions and gather sufficient evidence before believing them. For instance, let's say you're overthinking a message that you sent to a friend. You might assume your friend is ignoring you, or that they're upset with you, or that they no longer like you anymore. But what if you tested your assumptions? You could ask them a simple question, or reach out to them, or maybe even observe their behavior over time. Your friend that didn't read your message or that supposedly ignored your message could be going through a significant time in their life. And you wouldn't know unless you seek it out. Often, we will find that our assumptions are wrong. But even if your assumption is true and it is correct, at least you tested it. By testing hypotheses or our assumptions, we replace uncertainty with clarity. So to my fellow overthinkers, you're not broken, you're not weak. You are deeply aware, thoughtful, and careful. Your mind's attempt to protect you may sometimes feel like a burden, but they come from a place of care. Question your assumptions, test your hypotheses, and observe what is right in front of you. The next time you find yourself trapped in a spiral of thoughts, ask yourself this: what am I assuming and how can I test it? Thank you for watching, and if you liked this video, please let me know, and let me know what you think as well about overthinking and any other thoughts and ideas that you have. Let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, why not subscribe for more videos like this? Anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you in another video. Bye!